Radiant team ban.
Alright, hello and welcome back to the Man Up 2.0 tournament. Finding ourselves now in the round of 16. We've got Team Lucid going up against the next level. And the next level with the first ban and first pick, they take out the Batrider. And for anyone just joining us, like I said, Man Up 2.0 tournament hosted by Southpaw Gaming. So big shout out to Darkside putting this together and working very hard right now to keep the brackets all updated as we move along. And I'm Helium from FMBP Dota. So you can check out my stream later on when you have some free time, twitch.tv/FMBP Dota. Make sure to subscribe to that and also to Southpaw Gaming, as we'll be hosting more tournaments in the future. But alright, so some more picks bans making their way out now. So the next level, they take out the Batrider, as we had just saw. So strong mid hero, and we saw him last game. If anyone's following the stream for the whole thing, we saw Blink play that Batrider in an off-lane one-on-one role and just extremely shut down the Windrunner, and then was able to kill multiple heroes by himself pretty early on. And a bit of a stomp, I suppose, but I guess that's bound to happen in these amateur tournaments. But anyway, they take out the Darkseer as well, so a really strong offlaner there. That Ion Shell causes a lot of counter push, as well as strong team fight later on with the wall, vacuum, and Ion Shell combinations. Treant here taken out by Team Lucid, so they don't want to be bothered by that pesky living armor. And then Nyx Assassin also banned out. Nyx Assassin normally escaping the first round of bans, but not here. Taken out by Team Lucid. Next level, their first pick, they pick up a Weaver. I think it's a pretty early in the draft to just pick a Weaver straight up, but maybe they've got a pretty good strat going off of that, as a lot of these teams aren't really going to know each other or how they play, so the Weaver could work. There's only really one stun so far to worry about, and that's the Unstable Concoction, but if you don't have True Sight, you don't have Dust, it's going to be pretty hard to land that on a Weaver anyways. And then Team Lucid, they pick up the Visage first, as well as an Alchemist. So the startings of a potentially really strong duo lane, or even aggro try with those two heroes. Or who knows, we could see Alchemist go into the mid lane, as he's been doing a lot these days. Teams have really just discovered that if you get the Acid Spray, Unstable Concoction, he's a pretty solid mid hero. Can zone out, can push the wave, even has some room control. Build a mech, and then you can catch up later with the Grievel's Greed farming or through team fights. So pretty strong with multiple roles as that Alchemist. And then Coddle here picked up by the next level. So that's going to be their support. I guess he could off-lane, but that's not so common anymore. Most likely support. And we'll see if Weaver is going to be a tri-lane carry, or maybe Weaver just going to off-lane here. They've probably picked it up just to see. He can go mid, he can go off-lane, he can go tri-lane. So Weaver, pretty versatile, but also shut down by a couple key heroes. As we see some of them being banned out now. We've got LD and Gyrocopter banned out by Team Lucid. So pretty standard bans for the second phase of banning. Just really strong offlaner carry, and also a really strong utility carry throughout the whole game, especially when Gyro hits 6. Bane taken out by the next level. They don't want their Weaver getting Fiend's Grip before he gets a Linken's, if he even decides to go for one. And then OD taken out, because OD, I'd say 90% of the time, just because of the last game, OD is kind of a free win in that mid lane, but OD banned out, so I'm not going to see him this game. Apparently Kunkka does pretty well against him, actually. Doesn't need mana to spam that damage out, and it makes it pretty hard for OD to sit in the mid lane, so Swag with a pretty nice pick in that last game we just saw. And then Bounty Hunter picked up here by Team Lucid as their third pick, so most likely going to be their offlaner. And one of the heroes that does quite well against Weaver, can throw the track out. Weaver has the opportunity to time-lapse it, but then if he time-lapse it and they have Dust, he's kind of screwed. So Bounty Hunter, a nice pickup for Team Lucid, as we have the third pickup now for the next level. We'll see what they go for. They could very well try the PL Coddle combination, but I don't know if that's the best, because if this Alchemist goes early fighting skill build and item build, they have a pretty strong team fight right now as Team Lucid, and a way to get really far ahead with these track kills, and also Grievel's Greed can just snowball that Alchemist pretty hard. And so it looks like they pick up the Slardar, so they got a track of their own for the Bounty Hunter, and it's an interesting pick. Slardar he's pretty good, especially if you can get some items. The Bash is nice. It does go through magic immunity, so early on that's kind of an answer to Alchemist, especially if he just gets a fast BKB. But at the same time, if you weren't planning to pick that Slardar and just picked it because you can make the Bounty Hunter show up once you're level 6, I don't know how smart of a pickup it is in that sense, but maybe they've got a pretty good idea going on.
Radiant team
As Team Lucid now, they pick up the Rubik as their 4th pick. So now they can steal that. So now they've got amplified damage and track. So it's just like track was 2 patches ago when it used to take off armor, and that was really dumb. And Bounty Hunter was first pick, first ban material every single game. But so Team Lucid going to be able to relive the past a little bit this game as next level here, picking up their 4th hero. Let's see what it's going to be.
10 seconds
They
remaining.
look like they have an off lane and then 2 cores and a defensive tri lane
5
so
seconds
far. So I'd
remaining.
expect either a mid or another support here coming out from next level.
Reserve time.
So they're going to pick up the Shadow Demon, so they got that
Dire
combination.
team ban.
Shadow Demon Disruption into the Illuminate, and then also a Slardar Slytherin Crush on top of that. So potential to kill one person instantly, and I'd say based on Lucid's lineup, that person will likely be Rubik. Visage is a little tanky once it gets to level
10
3 or 4,
seconds
picks up one in
remaining.
Gravekeeper's Cloak, so we'll see what they can do with that. If they have sentries and find themselves against a Bounty Hunter steps up a little too far, gets put under. He's
Radiant
pretty
team
much dead, so
ban.
next level's got a lot of kill potential if they find themselves against that Bounty Hunter. And a pretty defensive tri-lane if they find themselves being aggroed against by Visage Alk Rubik, which would be pretty strong. Charge the Unstable Concoction,
10
Telekinesis,
seconds
and then some
remaining.
damage is done. Soul Assumption, Visage likely to get the kill in that
5
sense,
seconds
because
remaining.
that's kind of how he works. Team Lucid here, they ban out the Queen of Pain, so a
Reserve
strong
time.
mid-hero banned out. There's a few mid-heroes left. The OD's not, and the Co-op's not, so arguably 2 of the strongest mid-heroes right now. Alchemist actually does well against Co-op, so we'll see. Puck's still available. I think if Puck is picked up, I think Alchemist could also still go in the mid lane. Puck's very squishy, and that Acid Spray would really zone him out of that lane pretty hard, I think, early on, because the Alchemist gets some nice farm. And maybe pick up a mech or whatnot. But as it stands, Alchemist kind of the only carry. Like Bounty Hunter's there, and he can get some damage items if he roams well and gets the tracks off. But we still have yet to see Team Lucid's last pick, so maybe it'll be another carry, semi-carry sort of role. And next level still taking some time to ban out here. They're probably debating whether or not to ban another carry or ban a mid, is what I would imagine, since Alchemist, we've seen him be so versatile. Yeah, they took out the Magnus, so they actually just take out another mid.
Dire team
Magnus,
pick.
not the strongest mid hero right now. I went over it either last game or game before that. The Bottle Crowing and the nerf to his ultimate hurt him pretty hard, so you don't see him mid that often anymore. But, I mean, he's still good in the mid lane, still has the ability to make big plays with, 3, 4, 5-man RPs. Even 2 when it's a game where a 2-man RP is really all you need. Team Lucid also had the Rubik, so there'd be
10
no fear of,
seconds remaining.
Magnus stealing that. But anyway, it's time for their last pick. We'll see what they go
5
with.
seconds remaining.
What's it
Reserve
gonna
time.
be? Now, neither of these teams, I haven't seen either of them play. I've heard of Team Lucid, and Next Level's got a cool logo, so it makes me think that this could be a pretty good game. So far, we've seen a lot of one-sided stomps, which is kind of expected in Lucid. Picking up the Dundee Pudge here for the fans, Team Lucid. They pick up the Pudge. Gotta be their mid lane hero. If that's the case, I could see Weaver going mid lane, actually, or even Slardar. You pull Slardar and he crushes you. There's not much else you can do after that. But we'll see if maybe they go a more traditional mid-hero. The Puck, like I said, still available. Silent's going to be really good this game. If Puck gets pulled, he can usually Waning Rift before Pudge can get off the Dismember. So we'll see
10 seconds
what
remaining.
they go for, as it's their turn to pick up here, and they've only got about 15 more seconds to
5
get a hero
seconds
anyways.
remaining. Reserve time. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So next level's team right now, their draft pick's a little strange. We can see their combinations. Beastmaster probably going to go mid. Should do decently against Pudge. If they get that aura, the Inner Beast aura, able to push, or just get Call the Wild level 2, so you have your Boar. That way Pudge can't really chase you because you'll be throwing the poison on him. And just give us a second to get into the game here. Next level, not really sure. I feel like they had a sort of reaction-based draft. So maybe they're not sure who's going to play what. Or maybe I'm just making stuff up, but I don't know, the Slardar pick just seemed weird to me. It seems like they picked that up to counter the Bounty Hunter instead of just maybe sticking with the strat, get some kills, that way you've got Dust. It's only 180 gold. That pretty much counters Bounty Hunter as well as Amplified Damage
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Alright, but here we are inside of the game. We still have Orange disconnected right now on the next level. They're not pausing yet. I'm Badur, the only one running around right now, but... Well, let's get into introducing Team Lucid here. So Team Lucid on the Dio, we've got Rubik. That's going to be 13. Looks like, yeah, they are going to have a pause up. Take this chance to go get a glass of water real quick, as I've been talking nonstop for like 2.5 hours now. So I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back, and it looks like every Rubik apparently has this really cool cape. I've seen it once already in this tournament. Saw Kuroki running around with it in a Na'Vi game, so it looks pretty sweet. And our game is still paused here, just waiting on, who's that? Who's Orange? Waiting on Swordman here to just reconnect. Get the round of 16 underway. I know some of the games got delayed because a lot of teams didn't show, so shame on you. If you sign up for a tournament, make sure to show up because it makes it kind of annoying. But regardless, if everything went smoothly, we were just planning on having 3 games, but I think some teams got delayed or are just waiting for games to finish, so maybe we'll be bringing you more than just 3 games today, but we'll have to wait and see. See if we have any other cool skins. Well, Pudge knows what's up. He got the whole set. Wonder if he bought it. Actually, all these items on a D squared here. I don't know what we call him. D, I guess. Makes me think he might be a very, very good Pudge. Not to say he couldn't have just traded for those items anyways, but usually you put more work into getting items for heroes that you like and are very good with. So watch out for him, I guess, this game. Maybe the player to watch. No. Guess we could look at the brackets real fast. See if anything's updated. It's like if the winner of this is going to play Team Elephant or Valar, more than likely.
Structures are cunningly fortified.
Oh, but it looks like the game's going again. Alright, so here we are into the game. On the Dire, we've got Team Lucid. We got 13 here playing that. Support Rubik into Bicentries and a Smoke. Looks like they're running quickly to the jungle as 3, maybe 4. We've got D squared here on the Pudge in the mid lane, just tanking up with Gaunce's strength, get a first blood, pick up an urn. Who knows what he'll go for after that? Probably 4 staff. We got A3P here on the offlane Bounty Hunter. Yeah, buying up consumables here and a Stout Shield. Or is it a farming Bounty Hunter? Ooh, a solo Alk top and a tri-lane with a Bounty Hunter. It's kind of interesting, but I don't know. I suppose there is a lot of kill potential when Janata gets around level 2. And backing him up is going to, really, it's going to be Marana. Mirana's playing Visage today, so watch out for that. He's got the Observer wards there. And then we've got Habeas going in the top lane by himself, solo Alk with a Quelling Blade, ready to farm, ready to be greedy, it looks like. Probably going to skill up Greevil's Greed once the lanes are revealed. And then for the next level on the Radiant, we've got I'm a Doer on the mid. Beastmaster going to pick up that Illusion Rune, head back mid. Moderately fast bottle build, just picking up a Stout Shield, which is sort of interesting against Pudge. But anyways, we got Coddle being handled by X570. Might just be calling him 570 this game. So looks like it's an aggro try with that Coddle, as slowly coming behind him there's Nightmare on the Shadow Demon with wards, sentries, and smoke. Actually, mid lane gank here. Smoked up already are Mirana and 13, looking to really put this Beastmaster behind. This could potentially be the first blood. The rock goes out. D takes a lot of damage from the axes, and Doer now just trying to run it away. There's the telekinesis. There's the soul assumption. First blood going the way of D squared. Probably the one here you don't want to have that first blood, and now Pudge potentially in a position to do really well in this lane. Almost level 2 off of that. I'm a Doer. Not that much of it. Unfortunately, that salve gets knocked off. And now just looking to be a nuisance. Mirana and 13 heading back top to back up Habeas as they find the aggressive trialing with Slardar, who I never finished introducing, being handled by Savvy Our Mind. And then who else is up here? Nightmare on the Shadow Demon. And 570 on the Coddle. And I believe that takes care of everybody. Maybe not Orange. Yeah, Swordman here. Like how we had to wait on playing that Weaver. Nightmare stunned up, actually. Was that the concoction? It was. There's the disruption. Defensive disruption saves Nightmare's life. Buys him some time. And Illuminate goes out. Whew! That Soul Assumption was almost enough. Takes him down pretty low, at least. And let's see. Bottle here up on the Pudge. Just going head-to-head right now. It's a man fight in the mid lane. Beastmaster versus Pudge at the moment. And this top lane, will we see any more action? Let's see what Shadow Demon's up to. Is he going to go back? He's just trying to tango up. Can't really leave right now. That'll put him at kind of a disadvantage since they went aggro. And then Bounty Hunter versus Weaver. Bounty Hunter, well, he won't ever like really die down here. Neither of them have sentries right now. Have another pause real quick. I think it depends how aggressive you are and how smart you are with trading the damage as the Bounty Hunter. If you're, going invis or just Jannating Weaver and then not taking any damage in return, it's really going to go your way as the Bounty Hunter. If you're Weaver, doing Saguchi's right, not taking attacks, standing pretty far back, harassing the heroes with Geminite, it's going to go Weaver's way. So either way, this lane could go. And definitely kill potential around level 6, especially if Bounty Hunter does a good job denying hits level 6 first, has track, and there's no time lapse. Bounty Hunter could see a kill down there. And in the top lane, is there any more fighting going on? Let's see how the mana's holding up on these supports. So 13 at full. Mirana doesn't have enough for a Soul Assumption, so they don't really want to fight, but I don't know if they really want to fight anyways, since they're in the defensive tri lane. They have the aggro against them. And if you look at the farm right now, 6 for Lucid, or sorry, 6 for, Lucid's Habeas, and then Savvy Our Mind, or just Savvy here on the Slar, only at 4. There's the disruption aggressively. And wow, telekinesis picked up, can't get the stop off. Slithering Crush actually going to land anyway. Habeas going to get a max stun, doesn't AoE anyone. If they actually just stunned Shadow Demon, I think Shadow Demon would have died pretty soon anyways. Mirana now with enough mana for a Soul Assumption. And well played by Rubik to save that telekinesis to pick up that Slardar so it can't time that stomp perfectly. And outside Rubik is a really good hero in a defensive tri lane especially. And in the mid lane, if we look for CS, Pudge at 11. We see Beastmaster here at 13. So Beastmaster doing well after going down for the first blood. That gank didn't really set him back that far. Just maybe a little more demoralizing, and gave Pudge some extra money. But anyway, the score 1-0. Lucid leading right now. We see the gold lead actually going in favor of the next level. 300 gold lead. Actually, I see a disruption over here in the woods. That's going to be on Mirana. Another nice telekinesis, but Mirana's going down here. Crush is going to land. Nightmare getting pretty low. Actually, I don't know if they've got enough damage here. Coddle has no mana. And looks like this fight happened over some D-warding that was going on. Slithering Crush onto Lucid. Lucid in a bit of trouble. He's going to go down. And now Habeas is there. No mana to stun him up. So he's going to get a nice unstable concoction off. Last hitting that Shadow Demon. And now 570 in a bit of trouble. There's no mana here on the Slardar, but it looks like Alchemist Habeas just going to back off of that. Doesn't really want to die. And maybe now time to check out some last hits here in this bot lane, see which way it's really going. Looks like Swordman way ahead, and that's where the gold lead's coming from right there, despite the kills that they just got top. 25 CS to Bounty Hunter 7. So Weaver, yeah, dominating this lane. Beastmaster gets haste in the top. He's almost level 6, and he's got a haste. So he hits 6, pops a haste. He can pretty much go get a kill anywhere on the map, or even kill Pudge. Pudge sitting pretty low right now. Farm is even, Pudge with some denies, and obviously the XP from the first blood, as well as the gold. So pretty even mid lane, I would say. The top lane looks like it might be swinging in favor of the next level. Rubik's had some really nice telekinesis defensively, I suppose. But Mirana got a little caught out there just trying to de-ward that spot. It wasn't really entirely important that they even de-warded that, so I'm not sure why they were down there, but Mirana did drop. And right now we see the score is 2-2. Let's see who did get the kill. So 570 on the Coddle, picked up 1. Pudge got the first blood in the mid lane. We've got Habeas with 1 kill on the top lane, and Nightmare with another kill on the top lane. So that covers all the kills there. We can see Weaver farming up a Storm. Head of the net worth right now, 2,200 gold compared to Bounty Hunter's 1,300. So a nice advantage there. But Bounty Hunter is level 6 already at just 5 minutes. So if he wants to rotate top and then get some track kills out, might not be a terrible idea. In Habeas, we can see him going for Unstable Concoction and Grievel's Greed. So since he's tri-laning, you don't normally get that Acid Spray, especially defensively, because then you lose your lane control just by dropping Acid Spray. And then you can't really kill them anyways, even if you harass them down, because they're at their tower. So pretty much the right skill build here with the Unstable Concoction. And 570 being quite a nuisance. Doesn't knock the salve off there, but spamming the Illuminates from all angles and just doing what Coddle does best be quite annoying. Where's Beastmaster at? Did he pop haste and run bot? Looks like he used... Did he use his roar? Yeah, must have used it there on A3P, but didn't actually get the kill. Used his haste rune for it. Now has to go back to base. D in the mid lane on Pudge, still just farming up. He's actually last hits tell us a little more at this point in the game. 25 last hits, 8 denies, so still pretty even, but getting some more XP, I guess. Didn't have to roam out, didn't have to go back to base. Ooh, a little bit of lag on my end, but looks like we're gonna be okay. And now here comes A3P TPing up to the top lane after going back to heal. He's got the track ready. Weaver might not actually know he's missing because the creep wave is all the way at their tower. Is there a sentry down? Yeah, they know he's here. And if they put him under, surprised no one's initiated on anything yet. Looking for a pick off. The disruption should have disrupted that Alk. Oh, or just use it defensively, but the concoction went off anyways. And now let's see Pudge showing up here with the DD rune. Who's being chased down? Looks like Rubik's going to go down. Actually, the first blood in this engagement going to go against the Lucid and save our mind as a rebuttal kill. So bring the score to 3-3. Beastmaster's there, has Roar, but I think he maybe bit off a little more than he could chew. I don't know. Pudge actually going to go down. Shadow Demon just right-clicking away on him. And now 4-3, next level kill advantage. Were any of those track kills? I don't think they actually were. There's a track out on Coddle and a track out on Beastmaster. Unstable Concoction, though, coming back in. Looks like they're gonna get 570. Concoction used on him. Now Imadour may be in some trouble. Save our mind. Pops a Slithering Crush. Doesn't land it on A3P, but A3P's got to retreat out of here. Luckily for him, that sentry just ran out, so he's gonna be okay. And a lot of action-packed game now. It's 4-4. This is the closest game we've had so far. Alchemist coming around the back here with an Unstable Concoction. Nice hook from D squared. Gonna pull someone into the tower. Nightmare gonna go down. 5-5, 6-5 now. Team Lucid pulling ahead slightly there and just constant fighting. Pudge has a hook. The track goes out. It's going to be hard for Pudge to miss this unless he hits his own teammate. Concoction, hook. Nice combination into the rot. Save our mind going to go down. Another track kill. So a couple of these kills were track. And we'll check the gold graph in a little bit. Swordman has been farming up this whole time. But yeah, gold graph with those track kills right down to about even right now. And XP flipping over for Team Lucid as they've got 2 more kills on the board. And some of them tracks. Nice hook onto the Weaver, and he's tracked up right into a Dismember. So Swordman, the farming hero, most last hits in the game, highest net worth, or not anymore actually, falling back a little as Lucid there picks him off with a wonderful hook and an instant Dismember. So, like I said, I guess this guy knows what he's doing on Pudge. He's got quite a bit of items. Cosmetic items equals skill, right? But anyway, really nice hook, bringing that score to 8-5. And now Habeas in the top lane here. Max Unstable Concoction, 2 in Grievel's Greed, trying to farm up. Rubik at level 3, almost level 4. Mirana a little further behind on the Visage, level 3.5. Savi at level 5. Beastmaster here at level 7, doing pretty well in his lane actually. Support's a little higher level. I think they lived through more of the kills in the top lane engagements. So we're going to see 570 on the Coddle, 4.5. And then Rubik, or sorry, not Rubik, Shadow Demon almost 5. The Roar goes off though in the mid lane onto an Illusion. So Pudge baiting also with those Illusion runes. Well played there. Now looking for a hook to behind the tower. Standing behind the creep wisely are Savvy and Imadoer, but Pudge still looking for a hook here. Can maybe get Beastmaster from the side. Weaver's here as well. The tower's getting low. Are they going to force an engagement to try to get this denied? The hook goes out. They bring Save Our Mind way behind the tower. Tries to get a crush off, but doesn't get it in time. Meantime, Beastmaster last hits the tower, but another pickoff. A nice pickoff there. Just going to make Pudge that much stronger. He's got 4 kills and 3 assists right now. When he starts getting Flesh Heap, he's going to be hard to deal with. He's going to cause a ruckus. He's going to be tanky. He's going to be rotting, doing a ton of damage, and kind of hard to bring down, as Swordman doesn't have any damage-dealing items yet. He went Treads to tank up a little bit. He's got a Bass. I'd expect him, with this build, maybe to go for the Desolator, but with all the stuns out, he may need a Lincoln's. I see some pings going out here on the side of Lucid. I don't know what that was for, maybe to stack up or to D-ward, but roaming in 3s right now. We got D13 and Mirana looking for another kill. Fits their playstyle a little bit, just protect this Alchemist, as there's 5 heroes up here right now. Let's see if A3P on the Bounty Hunter. He's got 2 TPs and 1,000 gold. We'll see what he goes for. Actually, engagement in the top lane, hooked by D-squared onto Nightmare. Nightmare goes down. That's a big player for next level right now with the disruption. The Slitherine guard going down as well. D-squared's got a bug on him, able to suicide himself, so nicely done there. Imadoer is tracked up. The Janata hit goes out. Lucid gets pretty low. The roar off on Alchemist. Can he get the stun off? If he does, Imadoer may go down. He's just trying to last it. Pops his wand, running away. He's working towards the Shadow Blade. Now the ping's coming out on Mirana. Swordman chasing him down. Insaguchi got a Geminite attack. Probably going to be enough. Mirana drops. Lucid pretty low as well. Looks like Swordman going to drop off, although I think he probably could have got that. There's a bit of mana on 13, but... Anyway, so a lot of kills going out. We see 3 dead now for Lucid, but I think they ended up taking the advantage at the end of the day, with some of those being track kills, and I think the kills just ended up being even, maybe next level getting 1 more. Hard to keep track with so much action. If we check into the graphs, we see Lucid with a slight gold lead, so maybe that last fight didn't quite go their way. TP and Hook gonna miss by D-squared, and the XP here. Oh, Nightmare into the tower, throws a disruption. Running away, he gets earned up, so Earn obviously finished on Pudge. Lots of stacks on that already. In the mid lane, who's finding himself there? It's going to be Habeas. He's got 3 Ingreevil's Greed. Swordman TP's in. They don't want to give Habeas any room to farm, but he's doing pretty well. Only 39 last hits, but we can see Greevil's Greed doing work. Who's here in the mid lane? It's going to be A3P, throws out the track. They want to land it on the Weaver, but they're going to have to throw it on this Beastmaster instead. Are any TPs going to come in? Doesn't look like there will be. They're trying to focus this guy down, but Swordman doing quite a bit of damage. TP's coming in now. That's going to be Nightmare on the Shadow Demon coming into this mid lane. So, crisis averted, I guess. Lucid doesn't get a kill. Next level doesn't lose anyone. So maybe just a little bit of wasted time for some. Habeas still just trying to find that farm. Really wants that Shadow Blade. At this rate, I mean, he's halfway to the Shadow Amulet. A little over halfway, actually. So it'll be a pretty nice time Shadow Blade. Be able to get things rolling. But already we see next level kind of 5-manning. Well, not 5-manning. We've got Savvy down here. For Protect Wanting, I suppose. He doesn't have a whole lot. He's trying to get Treads up. He's got the Belt of Strength. Doesn't have any Gloves of Haste. Wants the Treads. Was trying to get some pushing done on the bot tower, but not going to be enough. And still 4 in the mid lane. So Swordman now kind of being forced out of his farming role. And it's, I don't know, probably maybe a little wiser to give some farm to Slardar. But now he's not really getting any either, as Alchemist has rotated down to this bot lane. Hits level 9 right there with that last hit. And only 300 gold away from that Shadow Amulet Lothars to really get those pickoffs going. They've been pretty successful so far. Let's see Pudge. He's going to hit level 10. He's going to get a point in Flesh Heap. He's going to tank up immensely. He's got 5 kills, 4 assists, so going to get quite a few stacks. And only going to get stronger as he levels up and potentially get some more kills. So this Pudge pick actually working out quite well for Team Lucid. And 13 and Mirana sort of, they tried pretty hard to ensure that. I mean, they smoked mid level 1 like right away just to give Pudge a bit of an advantage in early kill. Nice first blood, fast bottle, early earn, and he has been doing well ever since. So all 5 down here. Who's left mid? It's going to be A3P again, this time with no TP. Looks like he's just going to get some drums, trying to get those drums finished. And now Lucid in a defensive posture, which actually suits them. I mean, you get a hook into the tower. We've seen D-squared. Already, I hope I'm saying his name right. Already do that a few times, and already picks off Slithering Crush. Immediate dismember. Picks off. I keep calling him Slithering Crush. But anyway, Illuminate goes out. Pudge actually going to drop there, so he picks up some assists off of that. A lot of damage going out. Lucid in trouble. They've lost 4. Bounty Hunter wasn't there. He was in the mid lane. So they hook in Slardar there. He doesn't get the crush off. Nightmare with a key disruption, and then Slardar comes up, able to get the crush. Pudge drops. I believe Rubik, not Rubik, Weaver Beastmaster with the Roar doing a ton of damage on the side. They took out Visage, and they took out Rubik very quickly. So really well fought there, and that evens it right up. Went from 8 to 11 to 12 and 12. That team fight going very much in the way of next level. And they get a tower out of it, maybe even another kill. The armor amplified damage goes off on Bounty, so they can see him. Oh, but a hook in right on 570, so Coddle gonna drop there, and now everyone forced to run. Maybe a little bit of an overextension. They just love fighting. Nightmare does drop. The Soul Assumption took him out. Now they're chasing Doer. He's got familiars chasing him down. They can keep vision on him. Doesn't really matter. Pudge hooks him anyways. Concoction's gonna land as well, and Pudge picks up that kill. So 6, 3, and 7 right now. He's got 11 stacks in Flesh Heap right now. Tanking him up quite a bit there. So 11 extra strength, and also just flat 4% magic resist. I don't play Pudge much, so I don't know entirely how he works. But I lied, I do. So he's got 4% magic resist, and he's got 11 strength right now. So as he gets a couple more levels, going to get a lot more health out of those Flesh Heap stacks. And see if he gets any more kills. He finds Weaver. The hook, Dismember. Can it be fast enough? It's going to be fast enough. Familiar's there to stun. Doesn't even matter. Visage, Soul Assumption's there. And wow. Who would have thought Pudge like pretty much countering Weaver this game. That's 2 really nice hook immediate dismembers he's got on the Weaver, and picked him off immediately there. So now it's 16 to 12. It was 12 to 12, and then we just saw 4 kills go straight the way of Team Lucid. And now is Lucid going to overextend here, trying to get this tier 1? The Fortify's been popped. The TP in by Doer. He's got the Roar. Is he going to throw it out? He's tracked up. They know where he is. The Concoction goes out, and I think maybe Lucid wants to retreat. Their Courier's down here. Don't want to get that Tegu picked off. I think they're going to be able to retreat safely. Who's flanking on the side here? It's going to be Slardar. Does he have a blink? He doesn't have a blink. Shadowblade, though, up on Alchemist, trying to make some room for himself. A3P taking a lot of damage. The Roar goes off on Bounty. Bounty's going to go down, so there's the track potential, but a track's still on Beastmaster, so they're going to have some extra move speed. As who's still trying to escape here? I don't even know. 2 were picked off. We got the Visage dropped on the side shot, which we didn't see, and we saw Bounty Hunter go down here, roared up by Beastmaster. That's going to be I'm a Doer now. He's got a mechanism. Wow, we haven't even done an item check. There's just been too much fighting. Let's see any big items. Urn, mech for their team, as well as an Urn. Shadowblade, no mech for the side of Team Lucid yet, which may be hurting them now in these early engagements. As we see the next level, right where they were when they kind of got wiped. CP back in, just constant action this game. Shadowblade, Alk going in. Is he going to be able to land on anything? No. Would have walked past the sentry anyway, so they would have seen it. Going to stun himself up. Pretty much out of mana. I think Habeas needs to go heal or just farm up here. But despite getting some rebuttal kills, bringing it 2 more kills, 2 to 0 in that exchange for next level. They wanted to push the tower, but so far haven't been able to. All 5 still down here on the side of next level, but not making anything of it. Are they going for Roche as Team Lucid? What are they doing over here? Maybe just doing some Ancients. Oh, I see what they're doing. They want this pick off. Bird's going out for some scouting. They're really relying on this hook. The plan pretty much ruined, though. D-Squared throws the hook, doesn't land. Would have been nice. I'm not sure how the hook interacts with familiars, actually. Now they back out to a better position behind their tier 2. Much better place to fight. As there's a lot of damage. Oh, the Roar goes out. It was on an illusion again. The Doer really trying to punish bad positioning there by Pudge, but it wasn't Pudge. And the hook goes out. Pudge picks up another kill. 13 stacks now in Flesh Heap. Going to be really strong. I think I was right. I said it out of nowhere. Pudge is the player to watch this game. So far, it's been the case. Although, that being said, I've seen some pretty nice disruptions here by Nightmare. Some decent roars by Doer. A couple roars on illusions, but we won't focus on those. Still a pretty close game, actually. Check the gold graph. Yeah, only about a 800 gold advantage for next G and a 2,000 XP advantage for Lucid. So, pretty contested right now. Are they setting up for... No, still not opting to do a Roche yet. I mean, with all 5 alive. Looks like next level sort of expecting the push, but everyone just rotating over to mid lane. It looks like this game has devolved into 5-man Dota pretty early on. I mean, when you pick up a Pudge and a Bounty Hunter, I guess it kind of forces next level to 5-man. And that's definitely hurting the farm here from Weaver. He was destroying everybody. Now he's only at 43 last hits. We see Alk at 61 right now, and that's 61 Alk last hit, so he's got that Grievous Greed as well. Not quite maxed yet, opting to take some Acid Spray. Maybe for some pushing power, as it does do armor reduction.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think looking for a smoke here. Yeah, Courier's got to be bringing it out. Stumpy shows up, pops a smoke, so 5-man smoke. Will they know? There's a ward down, but that's their own ward, so gonna walk past that. Who are they gonna find? If they cut up mid, they're gonna find Pudge. If they go left, Bounty Hunter's gonna reveal this. They've got dust. It's revealed. They see it. It's unfortunate that the dust was a little further back. They couldn't really pop it off. The track goes out. No blink on Savvy yet. He's working towards the fast BKB, and on the other side of this, Alchemist coming around. The roar goes off on suit. Wow! What a hook there. Hook out by D Squared. Gonna save A3P. Wasting a lot of time, and now they find themselves sort of diving into tier 2. Actually, Lucid in trouble here. Is he going to go down? Yes, he does go down. The Slithering Crush from Slardar going to bring him down, so Rubik drops. What is he at right now? He's 1-5 this game, having a rough go of it after that first blood in the mid lane. And now I'm a doer, pretty much fresh out of mana. Can get chakred up in 10 seconds, but do they have enough mana to continue pushing? It looks like they might. Shadow Demon's ult, Demonic Purge coming off cooldown in about 25 seconds. They're going to get the bot tier 2 finally. Well, at least only one died there for Lucid. It was a nice hook out to save Bounty Hunter's life.
If that's the proper term for it.
So another good hook.
I believe it is.
Has it got another? Well, he got another level into his ult at level 11, obviously, for that Dismember. Needs another level to get 1.5 strength. Really wants 2 more levels in that. That'll help out a lot. Or obviously max, but Weaver chasing him down now. So Swordman versus D Squared. Who's going to win? The Dismembered goes out. Is his team there? I think the hook might be enough, but Doer just going to block it. And now Doer actually in a lot of trouble, I think. The track is there. Throw the track. Can they turn this around? There's only 2, actually 3 right here. 570 with an Illuminate. So Lucid, they sense they're ahead, even though it's... Well, they're slightly ahead in XP right now. They're getting kind of behind now in gold, as it's been flipping all over the place with all this farming and team fighting track kills. So about a 2,000 gold advantage for the next level. 2,000 XP advantage for Lucid, so still very even right now at this point in the game. Maybe about time to switch to net worth. We see Alchemist topping that, so no surprise there. Beastmaster next in line with the mech. Maybe going for drums right now. How about Slardar with some move speed, or maybe just tanking up with that bracer. Star's got one as well. And let's see, an urn, and then keep moving the camera. Oh, drums already on Weaver actually, so going for a sort of more of a mid-game Weaver build, just doing some damage, some move speed. And check out Team Lucid's items. So Smoke, Mana Boots on the Rubik. We got an Urn working towards, maybe not a whole pipe, but he's got the hood so far. I'd expect the 4-staff next from D Squared on the Pudge. A3P, he's got drums, phase. Maybe goes for a Vlad's next, or just a Deso to really do some damage. Or Basher, it's nice against a Weaver, but you don't really have that attack speed just from it right away. I'd have Alk get that next, probably. Maybe Shadowblade AC into a Basher from Alk, probably. And then Visage here with the Medallion of Courage, so they've got the ability to roche fast if they get any pickoffs with the Acid Spray and the Medallion. And maybe going for a smoke gank of their own here, as Rubik holding that smoke. Just waiting for everyone, the pings come out. Pudge, get back here already, jeez. Are they smoking into Roche, or are they going for a gank? I'm not really sure what they're doing. Their pings are coming out mid. Oh, they're smoking up, and they're smoking up. They both smoke behind their mid towers, and looks like they're gonna clash right here at the bot rune spot, going into the Roche pit. It's gonna be an interesting fight that's about to break out. And still no Blink Dagger on Savvy. He doesn't want it, obviously. Telekinesis to buy some time, gonna stun them all up. Pudge, though, caught out alone. The Slithering Crush from Savvy, it's gonna land. Now D Squared in a lot of trouble over here by himself. Any fighting going on over here? Looks like I'm a Doer could be in trouble. Lucid actually picks up a kill on Coddle before he dies over there. Now he buys back. Doer goes down. So 1 for 2 with the Pudge buyback. It's gonna be 5 on 3 if Pudge makes his way back down, which he already has. This is the Roche attempt they've been looking for right here. I don't think they really need to chase this. Just do Roche. And yeah, exactly what they're gonna do. Beastmaster's Boar being a bit of a nuisance. So they know what's going on, but they can't really contest it. Beastmaster's Roar, a big part of their team fight, as well as the well-placed Illuminates. It's only level 2 right now, so it's not doing an insane amount of damage. They're a pretty mana-dependent team, so forced to max Chakra Magic first is 570. And the Roche going to go uncontested, going to die really fast with the Acid Spray. Let's see what Rubik is... And they smoke out of this, wow, so another person had smoke. Or if it was just off cooldown. So they pop the smoke. They're looking to get Slardar. Slardar potentially in a lot of trouble here as they're coming down. The smoke ganks coming in. Concoction goes off. Grave Chill track everything. And Save Your Mind gonna die pretty much immediately. So a nice smoke gank right after doing the Roche. And it was kind of ballsy for Savvy to be there on the Slardar anyway. He knew that's what people do. Maybe he thought he was safe because they had this ward, but they smoked out anyways. maybe caught off guard, because smoke does have a cooldown, but not if two different people bought it. So, and fortified pops here. Hook gonna be blocked there, and let's see, level 2, 15 stacks right now, up to almost 2k health is the Pudge, so pretty tanky compared to the most tanky hero who's dead. Can't see how much health he has. Beastmaster at 1300, and everyone else pretty squishy right now. Woo! Long range hook goes out, doesn't land. The Illuminate causing a lot of damage, hurting how much push they can actually do.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, having to fall back is Team Lucid going into the mid lane now just to push out this tower. Maybe just push this lane. They're working on a tier 2 bot. Fortify has been dropped now. Maybe they fight mid, try to get a tower mid, or try to get this tower top. And then meanwhile, next level still 5 manning all together. Pretty much have no other choice, or they're just going to keep getting picked off, as we just saw Slardar get picked off. Do they have another smoke themselves? Yes, they do. They smoke right up. There wasn't a ward there, but apparently they didn't think there would be, so they just smoked there anyways. Everyone pretty spread out on Team Lucid, so if they're going to find anyone, it'll just be a quick pick off, which will be nice. They need that to... Do they need to get back into this game? Yeah, checking the gold graph. Now leading, or falling behind in both gold and XP, and let's see who they're going to find. It's going to be Pudge if they find anyone. Checking the big camp, no one's there. Looping back around to the medium camp here on the southern side of the jungle. They find Pudge. Pudge, no Force Staff, has the phase, not able to get out there. Gonna go down. So nice pickoff. Bounty Hunter's there. They want him as well, but he's just gonna run away. The dust goes off, but he's juked the correct way. I don't know why they thought he would run away from his base, but now they've got a man advantage. Pudge down for 35 seconds. He just bought back, doesn't have the money, and it's on cooldown. So this gives him an opportunity to push into this tower without the threat of, you know, a hook coming from the trees or from over here by this cliff. But that being said, the acid spray is maxed out. It's level 4 now. It's going to be kind of hard to push into that as well. A lot of pings going out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Bugs fly. They're diving the tier 2. Is this wise? Pudge is back in 5 seconds. Well, Lucid going to pay the price. Looks like he's kind of sacrificing himself there as well. Pudge is going to come back into this in 2 seconds as we have a quick little pause there. Bit of lag issues apparently. Ooh, all these wards about to run out. Not that one. Really deep. Oh, I guess that's defensive. I take it back. Also fairly defensive for this point in the game. But let me actually go ahead and change my name in game real quick. And we're still a little pause. If anyone's lagging, it's Nightmare at 300 ping. Jeez. Playing a good game. Maybe that's just where his ping's at now. I don't know if it's been constantly that, but Nightmare's, like I said earlier, had some nice disruptions. Alright, finally game getting on pause, so we're back into it. The Dove passed the tier 2, they picked off 13. Pudge got picked off a little bit before that with a nicely timed smoke ink by next level. Are they going to try to contest this? They've dropped the Fortify, so you think they might. Long range hook goes out, doesn't land. Towers drop, and it's going to go down. Oh, no, they didn't use Fortify. Excuse me, I thought they did. Now Lucid on the chase. They want to force the deny at least. Are they going to get it? Yeah, Alchemist gets the deny. He gets roared up immediately after that. Has a Shadow Blade, has his BKB now as well, but he doesn't get to pop it before the Crush goes out. But he had the Aegis, so not too concerned about that. And now Slardar has dropped. Aegis is used. Dismember on 570. He's going to drop as well. Where's Weaver? Weaver running away. Nightmare trying to TP. Looks like he's not going to make it. I'm a doer, though, able to get out. And Nightmare couldn't run away. The hook goes out, looking for that snipe. 16 stacks of Flesh Heap. Level 3 Flesh Heap. Tanking up past 2k health now. So the tower gets denied. I'd say the Team Lucid kind of winning that engagement. Next level, really trying to push their advantage. Diving a little bit past that. And a nicely saved Fortify there on the tower to get the deny and force the fight around it. And now Lucid slowly pulling ahead in the gold and XP graphs, trying to get another tower of their own. 3 seconds for Shadow Fiend to respawn. Shadow Demon, excuse me. 2 TPs coming in, but the hook goes off before they come in, and the track goes out. Are they going to get the pick off? Yes, they do. The mech is down as well. Now Lucid, pretty squishy right now. He's got the bug on him as well. Weaver just running around trying to do a lot of damage, and Illuminate comes out and does a lot. Time lapse there. Roar stolen by Rubik. Used the hook as well, so Pudge going to pick up the kill on Weaver, threading the needle to get that kill. Takes the bug out as well. Now he's got the 4 staff completed. They get yet another tower. Visage going to last at that one. A little odd, but whatever. 25 to 18 now is Lucid, and yeah, pulling ahead big time after that. 8k XP advantage. 6k gold lead now. Lucid. Alk, meanwhile, moves to the bot lane. Hasn't used his BKB yet. I didn't realize he had the Aegis, just because I kind of forgot from the pausing. So he didn't use it wisely. Top, dies, drops the Aegis, but hey, they turn it around. They get quite a few kills and a tower out of it. And I know I've been, like, saying this over and over again, but even more stacks on Flesh Heap, which is really what makes Pudge a good hero. And also the hook punishing any out of position from the other team. See, Nightmare has a gem bot up now. Yeah, I guess that's just for the Bounty Hunter, or maybe they picked it up off the other team and they had bought it for the Weaver. Didn't really pay attention to that. It looks like Desolator going to be the first item for Swordman here. He was having a really good game. Now he's falling behind. We can see only 61 CS at 30 minutes. Not where you want to be when you're one of the harder carries for your team. Savvy here on the Slar. He's got the BKB finish finally. 100 CS at 30. Also not very great, but like we've noticed throughout this game, they've been forced to 5-man Dota pretty early on, and mainly because of Lucid and also the Bounty Hunter. Just heroes really capable of getting pickoffs and just snowballing out of control. And working towards the pipe here is Doer on the Beastmaster. He's got the mech, getting pretty close to the pipe. He's about 700 gold off. So doing a good job there. Ping's coming out in the mid lane for Nightmare to be a little careful, I guess. Don't want to get hooked out from the river or anything like that. And now the pings come to defend as I want to keep an eye on Pudge. Is going for the hook. 4 staffs over. Gets the hook on Beastmaster. Roar stolen from 13. Or still has it from being stolen. Uses the Roar anyway, so securing another kill. And Beastmaster is a big part of their counter push. Also the Coddle. But the Axes and the Roar do a lot of damage, especially combined with the Illuminate. And now Alchemist looking pretty strong. Going to be not too far off from a Hyperstone for that AC that he is building next, as he should be. Smart build. Lucid throws the hook over the tree. Semi-blind. Gonna land it onto the Coddle. Now he's dominating, so 12, 5, and 11. 20 stacks in Flesh Heap, approaching 3k. Alk stuns himself, but you know, no one saw it except for everyone. But whatever. The push continues. They get the 2-1 tower. They get 2 pickoffs as well. 4 staff in. Hook! Oh my god! Onto Weaver, but he time-lapsed out. And Alk stuns himself again.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
You know, whatever. But anyway, the push continues. A nice hook there. They wasted the time lapse. Time lapse is down on Weaver now for a little while. Where's he at? It's not that long of a cooldown. Imaduber's back. He's got a haste. He's trying to throw a roar. They want to save this tower. Pudge is there, just lasting in the tower. Really tanky right now. It's hard for them to bring him down. Slar trying to initiate as well. The amplified damage goes out on the Pudge. Swordman doesn't have... What the... Blinding Light pushes Lucid under the trees. He hooks in Sword. Gonna kill him up there. A3P picks up the kill as well on the Bounty Hunter. Lucid 4-staff finished up over the cliff. Telekinesis doing some damage to Savvy here. Looks like he may be able to get away. Concoction goes out. Is it going to be enough? A3P is there. Yes, it is. Picking up a double kill. Another track kill. And now who's running away? I'm a doer on the other side of this. Throws out the axes. Trying to take down Habeas. I don't know if it's going to be enough. A hook from Pudge, who has bought back into this game. Takes out Nightmare. And now Savvy trying to chase Habeas, but Pudge gonna zone him out. Hook off cooldown in 2 seconds, looking for some more kills there. He's gonna find I'm a Doer. He's tracked up in the woods, so I don't know if really he had to find him. Hooks the boar. Not the best thing to have done there, but let's see. Unstable Concoction goes off on Swordman, who's picked up a triple kill in this fight. Didn't even notice, but he's gonna go down there. Habeas takes him out onto a killing spree now. Amplified damage, taking a lot of damage from Beastmaster, but the hook from D is there. It's gonna be enough. Concoction goes out on 70. 70 drops. Savvy's back in the fray again. Concoction off. Amplified damage, not gonna save him. Now he picks up a DD, going around, wants to kill the Pudge. Maybe the hook goes out, not gonna land quite. And force over the hill to get out of there because he knows he can't fight that with the DD. And anyway, 34 to 23, so I think the kills are separating. Check the graphs. Yeah, going very much the way that team fight, going the way of Team Lucid, as crazy as it was. So we're at a 12k gold lead, 14k XP lead, a lot of kills in the mid lane. Hard to sort of keep track of who killed what, but Swordman, most notably, picking up a triple kill, finally went down there. I think Pudge or Alchemist took him out. And this Weaver running around the fight, causing a ruckus, clearly showing he doesn't need a Lincolns, or items for that matter, as he doesn't really have a lot. But after that fight, that's pretty much a Deso if he wants it, and that's going to make the damage from next level just all that harder to deal with. Maybe Weaver picks up another triple kill, and they get right back in this game. Although that being said, Alchemist pretty much has the AC once he respawns. Savvy's got a BKB. I think, I don't know, they do kind of need damage and right-click on their side, but a Blink Dagger wouldn't be so bad either. Although, in that regard, you could just bait the hook by Pudge, and then you don't have to buy a Blink Dagger. Here, this Courier's bringing out, going to be some TPs. An A3P, yeah, picked up a double kill there. A lot of tracks went out. They're smoking up. Are they just smoking to Roche? Looks like they are. Not expecting a ward in the mid lane. They smoke right into Roche. I don't think next level very aware of this, so Roche probably going to go uncontested, and it's going to drop really fast with Medallion, and then, of course, the Acid Spray. The ping comes out. That's from Nightmare, the Shadow Demon, so they know they're in there. They're like, Beastmaster, go check. He does. The Hawk goes in. The Hawk dies. Roche is dead. They know they can't contest it. And let's see if they got another smoke out of this like last time. No, they don't. But, well, D never broke his. Now some D warding. The gem is up on Visage. Maybe check some items real quickly here. We've got a Mechanism here on I'm a Doer. Urn still, and BKB. So that's the next level. They haven't really got a whole lot. The hood, or the pipe of Insight rather, going to be pretty close for that Beastmaster. 4 staff on the Rubik. 4 staff pipe, Urn. So D having a good game. A lot of core items on him. BKB on the Bounty Hunter, going to make him pretty hard to deal with right now. As well as a Mecha Gem and a Medallion up on the Mirana. So yeah, a lot of core items out. And speaking of core items, we got Assault Cuirass, BKB, and a Shadow Blade, as well as another Aegis on Habeas, the Alchemist, playing a pretty nice game. 6-2 and 17, and 13 kills on this Pudge. 4 staff forward to pick that creep out. That's one unlucky creep. But the push is continuing, and I don't know at this point, as a lot of items just got finished up for Lucid, if next level can really contest this. They don't have what I can assume is a Desolator coming out for the Weaver yet. Kind of saving for buyback right now. They let the tier 2 fall, opting to just defend at the tier 3 towers with the high ground advantage. And of course the annoying Coddle Illuminate and Axis. Slardar on the other side of the map farming up. He's got a Vite booster, so maybe he's just going Heart next. Let's see, high ground already broken. Looks like maybe a hook. Wow, Mirana with the Soul Assumption able to take out the Weaver. Trying to buy some time with the disruption. A TP coming in from Swordman, but it's right on top of everything. He gets the crush off. The BKB on Lucid apparently... Oh, not on him, sorry. Rubik goes down. 13 going to drop there. I'm a Doer now in trouble. Popped his own pipe. And A3P just going to town. Wow, runs in front of D. Gonna block the hook, but I don't know how much it matters. It looks like he took out Slardar anyway. And now they need to stop diving and start getting some towers here. They don't want to press their advantage into nothing and not get any buildings out of it. Oh, a hook off onto the Beastmaster. So really well done there. Illuminate does a lot of damage, but it's not quite enough. Maybe A3P, he's going to hit by the tower. Mirana fresh out of mana. They're going to get the tower here. Will they be able to get a Rax? Probably. It's 15 seconds before Weaver's back. Fortify is available. Maybe they don't get the melee, but they get the tier 3 at least. See what they keep doing. A3P pretty low and sticking around here. As a BKB, didn't even use it that fight, I don't think, unless it's just already off cooldown. As you see, he's used the 10-second charge, but just not sure when that was. The Rax goes out. Hook on to the Weaver. Gonna time lapse right out of that, and then oh wow, only one man stun, but Hey, that's a dead coddle. 570 dropped out of the fight immediately. BKB popped by Habeas as well. As they get the bot racks, they're done for. Can they rotate mid? The tier 2's down. They could rotate if they want, but probably wiser just to back out of here. Pudge now, 26 stacks of flesh heap. 3.5k gold. Could work towards a heart. Could buy a weaver. Could buy a weaver. I can't speak today. Could buy a reaver. But I get whatever. It's confusing. Weaver's in the game too. And go up towards a heart build, just be super tanky, unkillable, as he's already over 3k health right now compared to Slar. He's decently tanky at 2. Maybe going for an armlet now at the Helm of Iron Will. I think he bought the Vite booster just to tank up, work it into a heart later if the game is going on in that time, as they've lost the bot lane of Rax. And there's the Desolator finally on the Weaver. It's what I kind of expected it to be. We've seen EG building that a lot in the pro scene. Just a whole lot of damage from the Weaver. It's hard to deal with early, but at 37, 38 minutes, it's really not early anymore, so we'll see how effective that really is. That being said, he got a triple kill not too long ago in a team fight over here around the Ancients, so that was a good circle. Wow. Whee, that was a terrible smiley face. But anyway, Basher up on Habeas, so yeah, expected him to go that. Called his build, you know, what up. Probably not that hard to do, but definitely expected the AC, BKB, and then into a Basher right after that. Basher, pretty much the best item to have against a Weaver. Gonna work that into an Abyssal, but if he's not caught out here, the roar goes off. Do they have the damage? Yes, they do. Swordman around the other side. That's the Aegis. Did he pop BKB? He didn't. He's probably gonna BKB immediately and try to run back to his team, get some counter initiation going on. D is there, can throw the hook off. But the crush goes out from Savy, and they're just focusing D down as tanky as he is. He's gonna drop here. Yeah, he does go down. Swordman on the backside of this does go down. Double kill from A3P. Habeas picking up a kill as well, and it's just a bloodbath here on top of this acid spray. 3 for 2 in favor of Lucid, taking in 3 kills. Maybe 4 now as Imadour's about to drop. So it was a really nice pickoff, but they stayed around just a little too long. Very close to a tower still, which gives map control TP, and as it turned out, the whole team was just right over here anyways. So nice pickoff, and now the kills 43 to 26. Clearly, we can see Lucid has run away with this game since around the 27-minute mark, as it was still very close then. But since then, the last 12-13 minutes been all Team Lucid right now. I'd have to say that's just their core items finished at that point. The AC was done. The BKB on the Bounty Hunter was done. Force Staff, Pipe on the Pudge, just all the core items that really needed to get the team fight going in their favor. And gonna get their second lane of racks here. There's no Fortify. There's still a tier 2 top. Slardar picks up the latest armlet you'll ever see, but it's still a good item at this point for them. 2 lanes of racks down in 40 minutes. Now, the last tier 2 remains. They're just gonna rotate over for it. Actually, when's the next Roche? Probably pretty soon. 4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, so maybe they could do that. But like we just saw, they've got a large advantage right now. So I don't think they'll have any problem without the Aegis, and that's an Abyssal Blade bought up on the Alchemist. I can't click! Thank you. Okay, Beastmaster with the mech, with the Pipe of Insight, so pretty much the core items, but not a lot after that. If the game was going well for them, he'd probably love to have it, Ags, but anyway, A3P caught out, goes down immediately, but so does Swordman doesn't. The roar goes off through the BKB, and now Habeas in a lot of trouble. The hook goes off, the hook gonna grab Imadour. Can Pudge take him down solo, though? I'm not really sure. Visage is there, looks like Visage able to pick up a kill, I don't know. The gem is down, 13 has picked it up on the backside of this fight, and Pudge still alive, so tanky. Going against Save Our Mind, but he's actually going to be taken down, so Weaver picking up a kill there, picking up another kill on Rubik. The gem going to drop again, and then Mirana on the backside of this just spamming out Soul Assumptions, picking up a double kill, still trying to run away with his life. He's fast. Can he kill Imadour? That would be hilarious, but no, Swordman going to come in, pick up an Ultra. Is it an Ultra? Oh, actually, buyback from A3P in here. Triple, actually, for Swordman. Tracked up. The gem on the deck right now, but you can't destroy him anywhere. Wow, nice familiar stun from the grave into a time lapse, however. And now A3P going to be nuked down immediately, so there is an ultra kill by Swordman. And wow, next level showing that they're not quite out of this yet. They still got the team fight if they take the fight appropriately. Unfortunately for them, they've already lost 2 racks, which is going to make getting back into this game pretty hard, but after that wipe, they've got to feel pretty inspired. And if anyone's just joining, this is the Man Up 2.0 tournament, round of 16. The round of 8 and the round of 4 will be on the 25th of July. One of these teams will be in that, one of them won't. These are still best of ones. The rounds after will all be best of threes, so that'll be on the 25th. And there's $100 on the line, as well as a lot of compendiums. And we've got some compendiums to give out on stream eventually. I don't know exactly how we're going to do that, but I'll look into it after this game, which I think may be the last game of the day, maybe not. If some teams got held up and delayed, we might be casting one more. But all the links you need should be under the stream, so check it out. Check out my stream as well for casting SIVO Season 2 for Dota 2. That's going to be twitch.tv/FMBPDota, YouTube and Facebook and all that jazz. Southpaw Gaming, that's the one hosting the Man Up tournament, thanks to Darkside. So make sure to subscribe to their Twitch, their Facebook, and stay tuned for more tournaments in the works from Southpaw Gaming. But anyway, back to this game. Boots of Travel now on the Visage with that move speed. It looks like he's got a plate mail, maybe working towards the Shivas. We see Habeas pretty much with all the items he's going to need this game. 13 with the Force Staff, sitting on around 2k gold. Pipe about 1,000, not Pipe, Heart of Tarask about 1,000 gold away for the Pudge. So it could be a nice item pickup there. And let's see what else is going on. Not a whole lot. I think Lucid may be a little scared to just take these team fights now after they just lost. They got their butts handed to him in that top jungle. Even after a buyback, Swordman picked up an ultra kill, let him get a Yasha, and he picked up a gem as well out of that team fight. Now he's hitting pretty hard. He's kind of a force to reckon with that Desolator. Especially combined with that amplified damage from Slardar. And they're going to be here as soon as Roche spawns. Well, maybe not as soon, so Roche spawning up in about 30 seconds. Although I think this time it's going to be contested. No excuse for not having Roche timers now with the current time option in the chat wheel. Or at least rough estimates, but
Radiant's middle tower is
they pop the
attack.
smoke. Are they going to come contest this? Roche is up in a matter of seconds at this point. They've got to know. Roche is there. The DD as well, so the perfect rune to take this Roche. It's going to melt. It's going to melt anyways without the armor reduction, but... And Roche is dead. At the 44-30 mark, there's a cheese this time as well. Who's going to pick up that? I would say give it to Pudge, but Pudge already busy fighting. Going to get coddled. The hook is going to miss, but the Soul Assumption isn't. So nice Force Staff to dodge the hook, but unfortunately doesn't dodge Soul Assumption. The DD still around for another couple seconds if they just shove into this mid lane, as the tier 2 top is still standing at full health. If they win the next team fight, though, they can pretty much just... run down the throne. So we'll see what they decide to do. The cheese up on Pudge. The Aegis still for the 3rd time on Alchemist. Yeah, looks like they will just decide to go straight into the mid lane. Which means they will kind of have to fight around tier 4s. Actually, no, the creep wave here catching up in the top. They could rotate. They could back out of this, be a little safer, and just go for that tier 2 and then get the racks. But no, Hook's going to go out right on to Beastmaster, who's going to be stunned up immediately. Nice defensive disruption. A world of BKBs just go off there. And let's see who's died. Swordman down immediately. Didn't even really see him die in that cluster of a fight there. And Beastmaster goes down as well. And the GG was just called by Swordman, so I guess the game will be ending here in a second. So well played by Lucid. And they picked up the Pudge for the fans. Look forward to seeing them in the round of 16, or the round of 8, excuse me, tomorrow. Going to be a fun game there. And look for some more big plays by D Squared. And well played by Next Level. They put up a good fight this game. They did what they had to do. They stayed 5-man Dota just because of the Pudge and the Bounty Hunter. And they did a really good job out of it. And even so far behind, they stayed in it. They even won a team fight not too long ago, but not quite enough to win it. And so congratulations to Lucid for moving on. And we'll see if we have any more games to get to tonight. And here's your score screen coming up. Once again, I'm Helium from FMBP Dota. This is the Man Up 2.0 tournament, put together by Southpaw Gaming, and a big shout out to Darkside for messing with all the brackets and setting it all up.